1 ng pistol, round 2 with an eco round, this is the round 3. Ito na yung all firepower will be brought in para siguradong malaman natin kung sino yung magpo-proceed sa ating upper bracket and who gets to play onto the lower bracket.
Oo. Kaya ito, napaka-importante ng ating next game sa ating best of 3 ngayon. Kasi kung sino man yung matatalo dito, mananockdown nga sila, as you said, sa ating lower bracket as we head on into our agent select. Kung saan, nakikita natin kung si Shintaro ay magpipick up ng isa pang different na duelist, no? He goes back to what he proceeded to pick up with the win doon sa ating Breeze map, and that was the Jet. It was kind of weird that he went towards a more diversified duelist na hindi ko nakita yung comfortability niya on the Raze when we started on Ascent kanina. So back on the Jet may be something that he can go back to the basics with and succeed katulad na nakita natin sa Breeze. All supplemented by the double initiator comp na pwedeng kunin ng ZOL Ragnar that will be effective into taking that fast map control as quickly as possible without any whatever threat of the enemy angles. But on the other side of things, we also got Alakame Org on the Jet as well. Astro has been astronomically amazing sa kung paano niya ini-impluwensyahan yung ating mga retake scenarios and how he performs on the clutch. Maybe in the Haven map, it could be a different thing, but how he's been consistently performing, I don't feel like I have a doubt in my mind na magiging consistent yung player na to sa ating Haven map.
Yeah, and nakita na natin yung ating mapa, yung ating agents. Who is it gonna be this time? We are on 1-1 dito sa ating scoreboard. And this might be it, the surprising factor na katapusan na pwede nating makita sa ating mga teams. You have also, babalik na ang ating Astra, and at the same time, itong same with the Sova and Killjoy, pero both of them getting that breach. So you have a good amount of initiator. Even yung Omen dito, makikita natin well-rounded team comp for both sides. It's just a matter of execution, and as what we saw on the first previous maps, they are capable of winning rounds, of winning games, of winning maps. But are they capable to finish this on a high note, sitting high upper bracket? Or is it gonna be someone who's going to deal with the pressure ng elimination sa lower bracket? I'm excited to see the game, and couldn't think of a more exciting reaction dito dahil nga si Astro and Shintaro jet to jet showdown once again.
At kung kanina we were hyped up about this matchup, I could not be any more excited. So we're heading on into the first round of Game 3, mga kaibigan. And ZOL Ragnar, they're contesting mid as fast as possible. Cross-faded, nandun yung first blood. At si Astro, hindi rin magpapatalo. May pangalawang kill para sa ating Alakame Org players. But ZOL Ragnar fighting back. 2 picks for each team na bigla na lang nag-reset dahil open na open yung A-site para sa ating ZOL Ragnar players.
And with the mid-take na kinuha nila, with the surprise trades na kanilang ginamit, even the shock dart, bigla na lang sila nag-rotate papunta dito sa A. Taichi is also ready. 3 members are running, so manggagaling ang Alakame Org sa kanilang spawn. And itong Sova, nakabantay pa rin siya sa B for any possible flanks. Pero Banana Punch might be punching his way in alongside with Astra.
Ito yung gusto ko i-point out. Since they still have the breach, they can take care of the health position as Mutsuki finds Shintaro with the picks happening for both sides. Taichi's popping off until White Widow cuts him down like a tree. 1-0 para sa Alakame Org to start off strong sa ating Haven map kung saan na-force sila agad sa retake, but they bite back because of the breaches concussed. Nahanap agad yung health player kaya hindi tuloy nakatuloy doon sa pagdepensa sa angle, sa crossfire na pwedeng ma-set up doon sa may city side. And just like that, the amount of resources allocated into the retake was perfect.
Yes, and good nga yung sinabi mo, no, that concuss, making sure na makuha nila yung gusto nilang angle, and that frenzy, once again, the clutch possibilities of White Widow. We saw it again, and this time, mas mababantayan na nila ang A, leaving yung B ng 1 star lamang na manggagaling sa Astra. But Josh F might be just picking itong C if merong tao, but you have the smoke there to block the vision of the chamber. So wala tayong problema dun, and right now movement sa mid ang kanilang decision
Mhm. Naka-pistols lang ang ating ZOL Ragnar players. So it's kind of understandable that they want to take the site that has the least amount of range para makuha. Shintaro is trying to feel things out. Tinatry niyang hanapin yung ating chamber trap na all the way over towards garage lang naman. So, Shintaro, nandito yung clean entry. White Widow daw, nandun yung spray. Dalawa na patay, tatlo para sa Alakami Org. And ZOL Ragnar, they're struggling on their pistol round, which is understandably so. But against Modski and the wrath of Alakami Org, they cannot bite back. They keep majority of their guns at the expense of ZOL Ragnar's potential comeback.
Yes, and ZOL Ragnar, is it gonna be the same as what we saw from map 2? Mukhang bad signs kaagad to that Femina. And yun nga, no, kahit sabihin natin they are running without hesitations, still, yung positioning dito ng Alakami Org is still catching itong ZOL Ragnar off guard repeatedly. Yes, you get those easy kills, pero it's just a matter who's going still to finish the round cleanly. So ngayon, Shintaro leading the pack alongside with his Omen, who might be throwing a paranoia para lang makakuha sila ng good amount of trade. We only got one member na may iwan dito sa A dahil makikita natin si Astro. Mukhang ro-rotate muna siya sa ibang site.
Nako, masama to kasi A site is, comparing to B and C, pinakamahirap or pinakamahirap i-retake kapag ka defending side ka. So, giving away yung control towards ZOL Ragnar onto the A site is respectable kasi kung magro-rotate ka pa naman onto C, you're gonna be rotating as 5. So that kind of alleviates a bit of pressure on Alakami Org side. But that is if ZOL Ragnar actually commit towards the A site. Like, pull na agad sila ng rotation all the way to A site as fast as they could. Pero wala pa rin yung presensya. Yung ZOL Ragnar not knocking on door just yet, but definitely priming themselves to do so. Nandun na yung tailwind, nandito na yung entry, si Shintaro, kiniklear na agad yung angles doon sa may A site. Pero binibigay agad ng Alakami Org. It's a full retake this time around.
Oh, and ZOL Ragnar, ito na ba yung ating moment na kung saan they are comfortable enough to take itong site na to. Nano Swarm para mahirapan sila pumush, pero Alakami Org, they are inside the site and the headshot para mapatuma din si Shintaro, taking it on the second. At si Joms, West, everyone, bodies piling up dito sa ating A site.
Nako, at talagang nakay Chi na lang yung kapangyarihan. Kaso, na-spray agad ng stinger nitong si White Widow. At mukhang si West na lang. Kaso, wala rin sa kanya yung panalo sa 1v1 duel as Modski will pick him off into the 3-0. And honestly, this is a well-played round para sa Alakami Org. They already bounced back with only the bonus round to boot there. And just like that, off the backbone of how nag-push itong chamber player palabas ng CT, they already picked off the most important players. Si Crossfaded na agad nilabas ang kanyang headhunter para ma-pick off yung crossfire na pwedeng ma-set up ng ating mga players sa ZOL Ragnar. Very well done din kay White Widow.
Yeah, and with just a stinger, kung kanina sinabi natin na Odin man yung ginagamit niya, a stinger, he was able to take down members of ZOL Ragnar and making it difficult for them to go back. Even na merong Vandal doon si West, wasn't really able to do something as a Sova. So ito, snappy decision once again. Gusto nilang i-push itong mid. They are inside B. At tamang spray lang si Banana Punch alongside onto the smoke. At sama-sama silang magro-rotate. Mahuhuli na rin dito ang ibang members ng Alakami Org. And this might be the freedom that they want, a 3 versus 2.
Na agad nilang kunin yung spike plant sa B pero pinush agad sa ceiling kung saan na-overwhelm etong mga players ng Alakami Org. ZOL Ragnar though, they're falling back. Nakuha agad ng double kill si Astro. At just like that, all falling down to the breach of ZOL Ragnar para makuha yung first round win on the board. Joms with the pick papunta kay White Widow. Si Astro na lang. Siya na lang ang natitira para sa Alakami Org. Good spray. At ginamit na din ang kanyang concuss para makuha yung ROG clutch for ZOL Ragnar.
This is the moment we are waiting for. It feels like they are 16 rounds behind from what happened sa previous map, and they were able, to come back. And ito nga yung power ng ating breach who affected the ating first early rounds, and this time got the ROG clutch to change the shift nitong game natin. Tingnan natin kung maglalaro na ba ang ZOL Ragnar on their momentum dito sa susunod na kaganapan. Kasi isa pa lang to eh. They still got a long way para entirely mabawi yung kanilang same style na nakita natin sa Breeze.
Oh man. At bumabalik na yung flare para sa ZOL Ragnar. But that is if they can keep piling up the wins. It's early attacker killjoy lockdown na pwedeng masira agad the banana punch though. So I'm kind of questioning if they can push with this attacker killjoy lockdown, but I feel like they missed the timing on that aftershock.
Oh.
Just like that, ZOL Ragnar, they push on in towards the front lines. Astro and White Widow though, they're doing a really good job of defending that A site, but not entirely because Josh F and Taichi have joined ang battlefield. A 2 versus 3. Alakami Org, they got the free entry. Crossfaded. He walked in with a double kill kay Josh F at Taichi. But Wes, he shuts him down. 1v1 ulit. Modski laban dito kay Wes with another ROG clutch.
This is it. Modski, so close as he expected to be. Na pwedeng makatrade off nun. He got the high ground but not successfully as he was expecting on the different side ng ating box. We saw Astro not leaving space and he went for a dash in kaso si Josh F under doon sa ating hill was able to have a very good position and cross-faded, consistently taking down the rest of the members. Kaso ito talaga yung surprising factor na nakita natin, yung nakaka-alarming na galaw dito ng ZOL Ragnar halts the momentum na dala ng Alakami Org, and we are on a 3-2. Once again, close numbers, that Femina.
You gotta commend tong si Crossfaded though. 2 rounds in a row. Binibigyan siya ng free entry palabas ng city at walang nagko-contest sa kanya sa pagkuha ng solo entry na yun sa A-site ha. Dalawang beses na yun. And ZOL Ragnar have to learn their lesson by now. While Crossfaded has been putting as much impact as possible, relying on West to clutch it out kahit sobrang messy ng round na yun for ZOL Ragnar, man. You gotta know how to shut down itong si Crossfaded. He's becoming a threat. Sa every time na pag-push nitong ZOL Ragnar, laging si Crossfaded yung nag-i-even ng numbers. So they don't find a way to find out kung saan naglo-lurk itong si Crossfaded, then ZOL Ragnar in a huge trouble.
Yeah, and so far nakita na natin yung good numbers na ginagawa dito ng ZOL Ragnar with how their execution has been unshaken. Dire-diretso pa rin sila. They love to play sa ganito mga klaseng style, and the knives went going in para dito. So sinabi nga natin kay Crossfaded. Pero dahil aware sila dito that Femi na alam na nila kung paano i-counterplay. Shintaro going crazy.
One knife while he was in the air. He already found the reset dun kay Astra. Sobrang impossible nun. Habang nandun pa rin yung battlefield sa C-site, bigla niya agad nakapag-entry in an almost impossible shot. Now forcing Alakami Org to play the 2 versus 4 retake scenario. White Widow, he has that info but he can't play off of that kasi nakaset up na yung angle para dito sa breach natin. Good usage of that concuss while Banana Punch tries to wrap around the corner. 1 versus 4 dahil nakapag-spray na si Taichi, leaving it all up to the Sova that gets shut down immediately by Josh F off the back of a perfect one-tap from downtown. He was flying. What? How?
Oh, those knives. Coming in hot. Oh, okay. The replay says it all. How well Shintaro executed this part, but White Widow already catching yung kanyang paglipad-lipad doon. Pero knowing nga na nagawa niyo, 2 easy kills as an entry para sa ZOL Ragnar made it very easy for them to have another round in their hands, and it feels like ZOL will not lose another round. And starting things off once again from C to A ang kanilang pwestuhan na Josh F. Might be slowly pushing itong long A natin. Double pick. Make that triple because they are ready for any exchange. And apat pa nga sila. As someone is watching sewers, parang hindi ma-flank. Here comes Wes. Aldron coming in. Yes, they have the info. And you see White Widow Shintaro starting things off. Pinapainit na niya ang kanyang hangin at mainit na pagtanggap dito sa A-site dahil wala ang tao. Or rather, malamig na pagtanggap dahil nga mainit sila sa ibang site. And this is the opening once again that they need. Tamang pwesto lang under and mahihigop sila ng Astra. Let's go.
Ay, ito na, push galing dito sa city side para sa Alakami Org, pero Josh F and the rest of the squad from ZOL Ragnar shutting them down immediately bago sila makalabas ng city ng buhay. It's a 3 versus 4 with Alakami Org struggling on how they can play this post plant. Banana punch, he already played out the haymaker, while Modeski and White Widow, they got the lineup correctly with 2 picks of their own. They already got the retake despite the numbers not in their favor, pero nakapanalo ang Alakami Org off the back of perfect trading, immediate contact, katulad ng pag-entry ni crossfaded, kaso 4 yung kinalaban nila this time around.
Yun yung sinasabi natin ZOL Ragnar with a smooth transition sa A. Nagawa pa nila pumasok ng walang problema. Pero yung retake capabilities talaga nitong Alakami Org is fairly high on how well that they cover each other's 6 and walang na blind spot doon. And it had ZOL Ragnar had a hard time na tapusin itong kanilang round na dapat sa kanila na with that post plant. Napakaganda na ng kanilang situation.
Ay, wala naman si crossfaded. Kanina pa natin nakikita na mag-try mag-entry gamit nitong rendezvous kung saan lagi siya nasa silong, maybe take the pick and teleport on down. This time though, hindi mag-work out in the end. So, unfortunately, Alakami Org are gonna have to work with their numbers flattened. 4 versus 5. ZOL Ragnar, they get the proactive push all the way over to see as long as they got the info, they have as much options as they want to play with. Garage now being the focus para sa ating attacking side. Banana punch, the only point of resistance para sa ating city-sided players, habang ang mga players ng Alakami Org, they're faltering. Saan magpupush ang ZOL Ragnar? All the way over to A, where they gave it all up. Eto na naman, a 4 versus 5 retake scenario. Once ZOL Ragnar plant their seeds, it's on Alakami Org on how they can cut away the stem of this round.
And ito na, tulad na sinabi natin dito, plant the seeds as they plant the spike, and we are ready to reap those rewards if ever na may execute nila in their favor. Dahil nga kanina, this has been the same setup, pero they had a hard time pushing away yung members ng Alakami Org. Nano Swarm para lang ma-pressure dito. Si Astro, good paranoia, pero may siyang Cloudburst. So, safe place muna sila dito. But 3 members, they are ready onto the hell, bringing their souls down and out as this is ZOL having their win.
Yeah. And that's how you establish that crossfire. That's how you use your breach and your omen in the same spot. How you can limit yung paglabas doon sa city is where you place your utility. Since safe sila doon sa may hell, pwede nila gamitin yung kanilang paranoia at yung kanilang flashpoint para hindi sila makalabas ng city as quick as they could. Itong si Astro, kanina pa siyang blinded. Kaya ako natawa kanina kasi parang wala siyang sunglasses Wala siyang shades. Sobrang slow na nga siya, na-concuss, na-blind ni Omen, na-blind pa nga ni Breach. Kaya
Lahat
tuloy
na.
hindi siya makapag-entry, di ba? Nilahat na sa kanya, kumbaga.
Lahat sinalo na para sa inyo. Ngunit hindi pa rin nila nagawa yung conversion sa pagkapanalo na yun. Good job for ZOL and actually for both teams as we are getting those double score with a 4-4. Pero double score din si Shintaro with the kills coming in, raining down dito sa A site.
Oh, nasa heaven pa nga to. Naghahanap pa nga ng pangatlo. And just like that, again, another aggressive take para sa ZOL Ragnar. It's as quick as they come, pero they're kind of delaying the spike plant knowing na baka merong ace up their sleeve ang Alakami Org. May flank pa nga dito at malalaman na nila agad. So itong si ZOL, kailangan nilang i-hold yung position. Nandun si Shintaro, 3 ang kanyang makukuha. A flawless victory at that for ZOL Ragnar. At ngayon, nilinis na agad nila yung kanilang post plant. They force A every single time, but this time, for the second round in the row, it's as clean as they come.
Yes, and it feels like they pressed the reset button on their own as they were able to once again execute cleanly. Parang unti-unti siya nangyari that Femina. Parang nung una, malinis yung entry. Pero nag-fail sila on defending it. Sunod, naging successful yung kanilang pag-defend. This time, entry and defend sobrang swabe. And again and again, it's been has been their comfort. They are not exploring other options of the sites, pero dahil nga they are raining down all of their resources or yung lakas nila dito sa A, ang Alakami org adjusted. Pero dahil nga ginamit na yung lockdown, this may be a huge shift once again onto the tides of ZOL Ragnar.
Ay, naku po. It's like Tides never even got let go. They got 2 ultimates. Already investing the Rolling Thunder. You got Shintaro with a double kill. Tatlo para sa ZOL Ragnar. Well, White Widow, he falls, but at least he takes one with him to the grave. Pero Alakami org, at least pa rin, they got that one pick, but that's the only thing that they're gonna get. Nabigay agad yung A-site na naman. And they're showing signs na hindi talaga nila kayang i-depensa yung A-site. Yung ZOL Ragnar, abusing yung fact na yun. Cross-faded though, again, pushing on towards A. Nahanap si Josh F. Kaso, chinek niya pa rin yung papunta dun sa kabilang side. Hindi niya chinek yung corner kay Josh F. Akala ko nakita na niya si Modski na lang. 1 versus 3, wallbang headshot kay Taichi. Alam na niya kung saan yung mga players ng ZOL Ragnar, pero tatakbo na lang siya dahil gusto niyang isave yung kanyang Phantom into the next round. Giving away another round for ZOL Ragnar, but what a freaking execute, man.
Cross-faded, forgot to check. Yung left side ended up on a crisscross in the crosshair dito. And with that smoke, alam na natin na kailangan niya talagang maging careful doon sa mga ganong classic entry, especially that he is on a one-man army against everyone at that point. Modski, kahit sabihin na natin antayin niya dun si Modski, he isn't going to be safe at all if he's going to enter yung sewers. Dahil delikado yun for the other members ng ZOL Ragnar who's ready to surprise him. Pero ang maganda kasi nun, kung makuha naman yung sewers, kahit hindi na sana i-check ni Crossfaded yung likod niya. Kaso dahil nga wala pa nun si Modski, he paid the price sa kanyang pagkapabaya sa part na yun.
Alam mo kung bakit Haven yung pangalan niya? Yung pangalan ng map. Kasi Haven talaga to para sa ZOL Ragnar. Every single time, A-site push at lagi na lang silang may kukunin dito. 2 picks agad. Si Shintaro at saka yung Sova ng ZOL Ragnar. Hindi pa sila tapos makakuha ng entry dito sa may A-site. If they want to strike it again, then they'll do it another time. Shintaro just finding another one out of the sky. Parang RPG sa isang helicopter. Boom! Pow! In a 1 versus 5, Modski ulit. Kaso, it's just like the previous round, tatakbo na lang siya.
Oh my goodness. Alakami org as how this momentum swung into the favor of ZOL Ragnar. Alakami org is being left out with no clutch capabilities. Modski, last person alive, wants to save again. We are missing a lot dito sa kanilang pagde-defend, and a good recovery from ZOL Ragnar.
Last round before the switch.
Hindi to Haven, Haven talaga to.
Oh.
Para sa ZOL Ragnar. I think that was like, what, 4, 5 straight rounds of A pushes. Kung saan this time, proactive na yung pag-hold nila dun sa may A long. But just that flash from these players of ZOL Ragnar, it kind of turned the tables kung saan they already had grasp on what the A-side push was there. Yung A-long nandun na sa kanila, kaso talagang game changer tong si Jumps kung paano niya ginagamit yung flash dito. Shintaro using it to full perfection is giving them that recipe for success, that usage of the Brimstone utility, and now they try to double down on C. It's the ultimate from Shintaro, missing entirely on the breach, but just like that, it's the spray through the smoke. Kahit hindi nila alam kung saan si Modski, nahanap nila agad yung 3 patay. 2 para kay Shintaro as Astra pulls out the blades. Nandun yung 1 tap, nandun yung 2 tap, 2 kills para dun sa Jet. Pero ang ZOL Ragnar, hindi pa rin nila nakuha yung spike plant. But White Widow is picking up all the pieces for himself. Josh F, that's the double from the Omen. It's a 1v1. White Widow, laban kay Josh F. Nandun yung spike on the horizon. Pero nandito si White Widow with the ROG clutch. Time and time again.
As long as White Widow lives for the ROG clutch, he is going to deliver tulad nga ng ating Tough Gaming Laptops delivering the best competitive play. Nakita nga natin kung gaano kalakas yung kanyang pagiging kalmado, composed, pagdating doon sa mga last few moments as Astro flying, going in like an astronaut, and astronaut will be the one who's going to finish the round. But that's gonna be White Widow going back and making sure that this even will be stopped on a 7 score ng ZOL Ragnar Alakami Org. They might be catching up.
They are. I mean, these players of Alakami Org, they stopped at a very respectable win. 5-7, kayang bawiin to. Mas lalo na pag nakuha nila yung first round natin dito sa ating second half where they now focus all of their assets over towards the garage area. Nandito si Taichi, nasira na agad yung turret. At yung sa positioning ng ZOL Ragnar, they're giving away the C site. But at what cost? A double flank doon sa may silang position pa lang. So kailangang mag-adapt ang Alakami Org. Since they have control of garage, Taichi has to be careful of his movement.
Tignan natin kung mag-a-apply to. Kung kaano ka-compose ang ZOL Ragnar on defending sa breeze. Ngayon, makikita natin ang flank ni Josh F at saka ni Shintaro. 2 versus 1 at makakakuha pa si Mineski! Make that 2! At on-site, nagkakabakbakan na dito.
Nagsusuntukan palabas doon sa may garage. Dalawa para sa ZOL Ragnar na titira sa kanila. 2 versus 1 dahil doon sa spray ng mga frenzies. Pero kung kailangan mong i-count yung proteksyon, umaaksyon ang Alakami Org. Sa proactive push doon sa C, yung pag-hold din sa garage, enough para ma-hold down, ma-sandwich yung ibang mga players ng ZOL Ragnar, man. And Alakami Org relying on firepower at the very most. Relying on them to take these gunfights as quickly as they could. Very nicely done to clean up their first round.
Tulad na ng sinabi mo, action, protection bago umaksyon. And that protection kay Modeski para lang mapatumba yung dalawang flank nila. Huge win na yon para maging open na yung Alakami Org's entry win para dito sa next round. Pero wait, as Astro onto the platform. Yes, bulag siya dito at mukhang tuluyan na nga siyang tutumba. Pero may trades naman tayo makikita muli sa magkabilang kupunan.
1-for-1, right click galing kay Shintaro from the wall back headshot. White Widow though, he's not done. A double out from the Sova as ZOL Ragnar is still fighting with everything but a thrifty win for ZOL Ragnar to start things strong sa ating second round. Nakabawi agad dahil sa response nila agad sa C site. That's where they started. Kung alam nila na sa A site lagi ang ZOL Ragnar, yung Alakami Org sa C naman, doon nag-bite back yung ating momentum shift for ZOL Ragnar, man. And with that right click, you just cannot predict dahil sa RNG niya, but it just hit where it counted the most, man.
Yeah, RNGs yung nakuha natin doon. Kumbaga, naging favorable masyado yung ganong klaseng spray. And at that point, yung pwesto ni Astro onto the platform, completely exposing yung kanyang sarili and yung delayed response niya with the cloudburst, paid the price, and nakuha natin with the thrifty round. Magkakaroon naman tayo ng problema sa prices ng Alakami Org as they need to settle dito sa kanilang mga guns that they might be having a hard time to be playing with. Kaya mas pinili nila dito sa B, which is a bit closer onto the extremities, especially if you're playing onto those pistols. Crossfaded with his Headhunter, pwede naman siya mag-lurk dito sa A. Pero naka-ready naman si Taichi at sa opposing side, naka-ready na rin sila West for A at yung ating Breach na naka-ready rin sa B.
I think Crossfaded is aware that at least one player is here. Ayun, nag-adjust na agad, but Wes is able to find him habang naglalurk pa lang si Crossfaded all the way over to the A site. Nandun yung insurance policy na sanang pinaplant agad ng Alakami Org, but with the pick-off, papunta dun kay Crossfaded na wala agad yung insurance. Yung A site, it can still be taken by Alakami Org, but they still have to contest against the 3 players outside of it. The initiators, nandito yung blind. Kapag may contact agad galing dito sa Sova, naku po, bigla silang makocontest na wala sa oras. Ito na yung breach. Nandito yung one tap. Nandun yung bulldog. Dalawa, tatlo. Bigla na lang ako nag-count. 1, 2, 3 as those were the kills from Joms, man. 6-9 as ZOL Ragnar off the back of a triple kill from the breach. Muy delicioso. Napakalakas ni Joms.
Joms with the Bulldog biting their heads off. Kahit sabihin na natin na nakoncuss sila with the initial trade, yes, catching yung unang bullet dito mula kay Wes, having the sheriff sa kamay, nagawa naman ibalik no ni Joms yung ganong klaseng kill. Kita mo dito si Modski, sasaluhin man ni West yung initial kill, but the trades off, he is clicking heads one after another, and the triple kill will save them again. We are on 6-9, which is nice for both teams, who's might be having a surprising factor, and that's the surprise! Ooh! Onto the box! Surprise gift box as he will be delivered with the ribbon on top. Kaso, napasobra na naman ng ZOL Ragnar. This is 2 versus 1.
I like the aggressive play that they got though. Ginamit nila yung utility ni Breach para makapagsikot tong si Josh F sa corner ng box natin na nakakuha ng doble. Pero in the exchange, Alakami Org, they got the most out of the 4 picks that they got. Got the spike plan over towards A, but Taichi is taking a really long time. So at this point, Alakami Org, they have to be aware na nasa flank talaga tong si Taichi. Hindi siya nag-hold doon sa push doon sa city. So this gives him access towards the site itself. So the two players on Alakami Org, they have to be ready for this. Nandito na agad yung star na pwedeng ilabas nitong si Modski at ininvest na agad early ang ating aftershock. That's giving them enough time and a bit of space para makapagbalik dito sa A, knowing that Taichi has tapped onto the bomb. Concuss palabas doon sa may city spawn as Modski, he's gonna try to intercept and successfully finds Taichi trying to defuse the spike. At the cost of 2 lives, I'd take that. A 7th round win for Alakami Org.
Alakami Org, once again delivering etong ganitong klaseng play. And tulad nga ng sinabi natin, no, maganda sana yung ginawa dito ni Josh F. Kaso, yung nagkapalitan, no, they fell short. Yes, may mga surprising kills sila doon, pero in terms of a numbers game, they have been left out with the 2 against 1, and with the full utilities na meron dito yung Alakami Org, they can definitely make sure that that post plan will work into their favor. Kaya ngayon nandito tayo sa 7-9, and the push ni Crossfaded, mag-lurk siya dito sa double doors, and some other members of Alakami Org might be running towards long C.
Ang dami nilang eyes set towards the B middle side. Kung dun sila magpupush, malakas yung defense nila, kaso Garage will be the focus. Shintaro, that's the operator now set up para sa ZOL Ragnar. Ilabas na ang secret weapon si Josh F. Nilabas na din ang paranoia at hindi lang sila paranoid, patay din sila lahat. Triple kill galing kay Shintaro just to start off their flawless victory. Gamit ng operator ng ating Jet player, Josh F, on how he also held down his own doon sa may corner ng double boxes. Just giving him enough space to regain his composure habang may dalawang players na lumalabas ng Garage to kill him.
This is the difference that we saw in terms of their defending, no? Itong side ng ZOL Ragnar, they are always staying onto those sites, no one overextending, unlike Astro from the side of Alakami Org, surprising anyone sa kanilang defense. So dahil nga sa patience game ni Josh F, you just have to press F dahil nga napaka-respectable nung kanyang play doon, even blinding 2 members and getting those kills easily.
I like that. I like that. Smooth eh. It's like the transition from ZOL Ragnar into their mindset na we don't have to over-aggress anything. Kung kailangan nating labanan sila, kailangan sama-sama tayo. And with the duo of Shintaro as well as itong mga players sa city side, itong si Omen, nakahanap agad ng mga timing, pero ang A site again being the focus for Alakami Org, it's giving them that space to become that 5-man retake again. Binigay agad to the players of Alakami Org ang control towards A site. It is just a matter of when they can take it, Osiris.
Yes, and you can see the flank na manggagaling kay Joms, making sure that he's checking corners, doesn't really want to recklessly swing onto the side. On the right side, might be going to C. Pero ngayon, dahil nga mukhang they got the go signal that A is the name of the game, they are moving in and they are rotating as everyone also from Alakami Org is already on a very good amount of setup, but the snagging those double kills mula kay Shintaro.
I Ayan na naman, lumabas agad from heaven. Nilabas ang shorty. Kung hindi siya naka-up, naka-shorty lang siya. Taichi and everybody else on ZOL Ragnar coming right out of the gate swinging. At hindi sila tapos maglabas ng suntok papunta sa Alakami Org. My goodness. Ito yung strength. Even if you give away yung A site, kung lima kayong buhay doon sa ZOL Ragnar, then may 5-man push kayo na strong talaga against the defense of Alakami Orgman, giving themselves an opportunity to time out dahil the firepower of these players of ZOL Ragnar, man, off the back of that Hunter's Fury, nagkaroon ng confidence si Shintaro. The operator picks just left, right, and center. Just hitting these shots kahit yung shorty. Nagbigay ng impact dahil na-low itong si Astro, giving them enough time and space makalabas ng city with the retake perfectly placed.
Yeah, and yun nga, no, tulad ng sinabi mo, the good amount of damage that they dealt nung doon sa planned situation. And yes, natumba man si Shintaro, but he's already on a good spot by taking down 2 members with an op.
May impact na.
Bonus na lang if mahuli ni Shari doon sa Gedli na, na nagtatago nga no, sa Cloudburst. And he's making sigurado na he is going down na walang problema, that the team can make sure na mauubos nila yung other members. And with that snappy decision, with that crisp play nila kay Shintaro on his operator, we are expecting a lot that it might get repeated, that they are more confident now compared to what they are playing in previous rounds.
Kilala mo ba yung coach na tong si Alakami Org? Si Shroud yan, pare.
Yun nga, nakita ko nga eh. Muna, parang, is this for real?
Imagine all the way from LA, we're joined by Shroud himself.
Shroud,
who
yeah.
definitely has been doing well para sa Alakami Org on how he can perform with his players. Talagang giving them that opportunity to get that timeout. Is cross-faded. He walks up towards the B mid side, but nahanap niya agad yung operator. And he decides, alam mo, ayoko na nga. Ayoko dyan sa B. Dito na lang ako sa garage kung saan pwede pa ako makapag-push dahil konti lang yung pwedeng ma-setup ng Killjoy while B site is swarming with so many threats.
Yeah, this is completely different from the side of Alakami Org. It always has been consistent rounds that they are all together. But this time, they distributed yung entry ng bawat isa, gathering information and garnering attention onto the side of ZOL Ragnar. Pero mukhang double doors sa kanilang plano dito. Tamang upo lang pero nilabas na ang bituin. Magniningning kaya ang mga tala dito sa side ni Astra. Ang habang ang push na magagaling dito kay Josh F. Pushing him away. Here comes the Hunter's Fury onto the receiving end. Josh F may go for the trade pero nandito na si Astro and Shintaro is putting everyone down. May mga trades na tayo nakikita in a 3 versus 3 sa situation natin, that Femina.
Hindi magiging malakas ang kanilang city side push dahil nandito yung flank ni Jumps. So they got the sandwich play. Kaso against Alakami Org who have already set themselves up for that city push, then it's on how Jumps can perform itong ating lurk, mga kaibigan. Shintaro, he's trying to put out warning shots. Nagnood na yung kanyang flick. Kaso na-block siya agad ni Wes. 1-for-1 with White Widow. He's already catching itong si Wes as he coming out of that city side. He's dead. Unfortunate para sa kanya. Jumps. He got that concuss on the right hand. Nandoon siya sa 1v2 na medyo imposible as White Widow. He comes out swinging into the corner with a double kill. And unfortunate para sa ZOL Ragnar. Nakita natin na nandoon yung pag-push doon sa city. Nandoon yung angulo kaso may dalawang things na nangyari na hindi naging favorable pa sa city push. Yung pag-whiff ng ating operator shot at na-block ni Wes yung paglabas nitong si Shintaro bago niya maprotektahan yung sarili niya.
Yeah, yun nga eh. Parang yung angles din na na-control dito ng Alakami Org is they are ready to protect yung si cross-faded onto that site. And tama ka, no, Wes wasn't able to sue that stitches that he made dahil nga siya yung natamaan dito and saw it coming from afar na si White Widow on the right time of peak, paid the price and jumps with no possibility of clutch dahil nga wala na rin siyang resources at that point. Wala na silang magagamit. 8-11 tayo sa scoreboard. We are closing in closing this game but the scores are still close as well.
As close as it can be, Osiris. yung Alakami Org talagang lumalaban pa rin kahit sa kanilang huling hininga. Pinapakita na hindi pa tapos ang laban, kailangan natin ibakbak ang ating lakas papunta dito sa ZOL Ragnar. Now, Alakami Org, they're setting a lot of their assets papunta doon sa may A site with a lot of presence made known doon sa A. And pwede nilang i-bait out yung rotation doon sa may A site itself. Pero ang ZOL Ragnar, hindi kumakagat. Hindi sila mahilig sa gantong bait as they're still holding on to their initial anchoring positions. At kung sa B-side sila magpo-push, nako po, may lockdown silang kalaban. Kaya Alakami Org have to be ready
30
for this.
seconds left.
Okay, ito na kaagad. Be ready. Tulad nga na sinabi mo, Nana-Swarm. Hindi nila mapapigilan si Astro dito. Might be not aware na may tao sa loob. Dahil merong lockdown, they need to push away. So mukhang mag-iiba ang
CT.
kanilang, ganoon na nga, nag-iba ang kanilang decision. Merong turret, so they are well identified. At starting things off as Crossfaded, taking down Joxer.
Eto na yung entry. Nandoon yung nagiging plan nila. They had all of their chickens counted doon sa seaside as a whole. But Shintaro spraying with a double kill papunta kay Crossfade and right widow. But the trade is definitely impossible para sa mga players ng Alakami Org as Dumps has finally found his mark dito sa seaside where he falls everybody dito sa Alakami Org. An 8-12. A perfect way to trade off your jet. And although he with all of his operator shots, you can count on Joms on how he can come up to the swing and even gain that one kill para man lang maswing yung tides dito sa favor ng ZOL Ragnar.
As long as maaga nilang mapatumba si Astro, it will be easier from there on. As nakita natin, no, double kill, double head na nanggaling doon sa Vandal ni Shintaro will not be Shintalo, kundi Shin Panalo dahil nga sa kanyang ginawa doon onto the backside, on dashing in at nagpakawala pa siya ng dalawang shotty doon sa smoke, having the attention sa side ng Alakami Org and goes for a good trade para dito sa kanyang team members. Pero right now, again, storming the front, hindi na sila magdadalawang isip. This is the rush that they want.
I mean, now, they're not hesitating. Good shot galing doon sa recon dart para sa mga players ng Alakami Org. They got another out from White Widow as Shintaro with the one tap again. But Astro just making Shintaro fall out of the sky with a perfect shot palabas doon sa updraft niya. Naging 1 versus 3 pa nga at nag-iisa na lang ang Sova for ZOL Ragnar. West though, what a wallbang
nice.
para ma-start off ang ating post plan. It's doable na tuloy para sa ZOL Ragnar as West, he controls that recon dart as quickly as he could, but Crossfaded just shuts down all of his chances for a clutch for ZOL Ragnar as Alakami Org steal one away into the 9-12.
9-12 indeed as match point para sa side ng ZOL Ragnar. Damage has been done, still lumalaban pa, parang hindi nag-aalala dito ang Alakami Org for entirely losing itong map na to as they are still composed. And tulad na sinabi ko sa Dad Femi na Astro, as long as nandyan siya, you will not throw those chances easily dahil andun siya para laging ipaglaban yung ganitong mga scenario. And starting things off, si Shintaro na mainit dito with the judge wasn't really able to drop those bullets as Modski. Parang biglang nagkakalat yung ngayon na ZOL Ragnar. Parang, sige guys, baala na muna tayo. Total, last match point naman na eh.
Kung ganito, kung match point, tapos naka-eco sila, might as well risk something, diba? Kasi konti na lang, mananalo na kayo dito sa series na to. Eh kung mag-risk sila ng ganyan, may konti pa naman silang rounds para gumawa ulit ng panibagong strat. If hindi magwo-work, okay lang yan. Yung judge na sana mako-connect gamit doon sa flash na pwedeng masuportahan doon si Shintaro, not fruitful dahil they already knew what's coming. Yung eco round na alam nilang mangyayari, ito yung magiging resulta. It's the 3 versus 5 site push para sa ating players ng Alakami Org. They have to be wary about the flash coming out from the players of ZOL Ragnar, but the Stinger just already getting the lineup, but unfortunately not enough as Banana Punch is already finding the 10th round win para sa Alakami Org and slowly but surely climbing it up dun sa win con, force out the overtime against ZOL Ragnar.
And tulad nga ng sinabi mo, Dad Femina, no, yung econ round na yon, yes, wasn't really able to be that fruitful, yung judge, and already got a double kill. At that point, they know that they're going to lose rounds because they just want to bank onto their long-term investment, which is itong ating next round. They use the timeout. This might be the last straw for the side of Alakami
Parang ano,
Org. But the thing is, you
hmm,
have the guns, but they have the ultis. 4 ultis from Alakami Org to even push this to overtime.
ay nako. And ZOL Ragnar have to be wary of this ha. They have to know na at this point, Alakami Org have all of the investments ready. Kung magpupush sila sa A site, then they can start off with a lot of things. Pwede nilang i-force out yung ultimate nitong si Sova para mas maguguluhan ng ating mga players doon sa ZOL Ragnar. If they are holding A site, but they have shown history na pwede sila mag 5-man retake, and they do also have the Rolling Thunder dito. So, malay mo, give away the A site for free. Wag na nating depensahan yung A site since in terms of like the team comp, they don't have the strongest defensive power sa mga sites dito. So in terms of how they can play that retake, that's where they can play to their strength. Kung if fall back doon kay Jumps, kung paano niya gagamitin yung kanyang Rolling Thunder, yun yung key para sa ating ZOL Ragnar players. But Alakami Org, that's what they need to count out with.
Yeah, and considering nga that you have ultis and then they already used yung kanilang buy-ins dito for the side of ZOL Ragnar. If you have a good distribution of your ultimates, you can still use 2 and another 2
Wait.
onto the next round as
Wait,
you
wait.
already burned their buy-ins. Pero teka lang, Shintaro!
What? No way! No, you do not invest your ultimate like that. Just because the Astra made presence doon sa Silong, na-invest nila yung nag-iisang game-changing ultimate
Why would
nila.
you do that?
Yung Rolling Thunder. Pagkalabas ng Astra doon sa Silong, they were convinced na sa C magpupush ang ating Alakami Org, pero hindi. Nasa A site sila at wala silang ultimate pang contest dito.
Yeah, you have itong Breach Ultimate lang that might be traded with another Breach Ultimate mula kay Banana
Wala na.
Punch. They are buying time. At ayun na nga, wala na talaga entirely. Pero si Astro, andyan pa. But Josh F once again, making sure that they're not going down easily. Pero 2 members na agad na nawawala
Okay.
dito. Taichi will push. You can see Hell, and here comes the trade.
Oh,
Last
no!
member to finish
Oh!
this. But no way! Banana Punch with the counter punch as West
So secure.
will
What
not
a
be able to
security.
finish it. Oh my goodness.
That was an amazing comeback para sa ating Alakami Org players. You saw the brains in the operation. They were convinced na saka pa lang nila nakita yung Cosmic Divide. 5 players ang akala nila magpupush doon. Pero si Modesky lang yun. Talagang ginamit agad yung Rolling Thunder.
Ayun, nagamit
Yan at
agad
saka
sa C.
yung Sova ult.
Oo.
Na-convince sila na sa season sila magpupush. Pero hindi. Na-bait
Good
sila
bait.
agad. Ito yung thing about Haven. Good bait talaga. Pag may presence ka sa isang side ng mapa, it's either you invest all of your rotations or your ultimates. Unfortunately, they invested both at hindi naging maganda ang resulta for ZOL Ragnar.
Yeah. Mas naunang gumamit ng Rolling Thunder itong ZOL Ragnar just to make sure that they're cutting off C members. And the post plan from Alakami Org delayed a lot of time para doon. We can see Alakami Org, you have the jet knives, pero yung lockdown. So we have one huge ultimate to change the pace of the game, but they have the information. They're going for the play. You have the vacuum, you have the smoke, and then the scan. And they can push this
Ooh.
as long as they're composed and Modesky with a good swing.
Okay. Nahanap niya yung sa mga anchoring positions dito sa may A site. White Widow at Modesky para sa Alakami Org para ma-extend nila yung lifeline dito sa ating third game. Honestly, series point to ng ZOL Ragnar. Pag nakuha nila yung round na to, ay naku po, talagang
2 versus
pupunta
3 with
sila
lockdown?
sa ating upper bracket
Sheesh.
round.
30
Now they
seconds
have a lot of resources. May lockdown pa nga tong ZOL Ragnar. Ang Alakami Org, they're trying to bait out everything but they don't have a lot of time to work dito. Modesky, he has to be huge. He has to destroy itong lockdown. Kaso, si Shintaro, hinold niya yung line. Nandun yung angle at nandoon yung lockdown na pwedeng makuha ng ZOL Ragnar. Blinds out towards A long. But just like that, White Widow is forced out of the A
Can
site.
you clutch?
Na-detain pa nga siya gamit ng Defender Killjoy Lockdown at hindi pa nga binigyan ng time para ma-knife na tong ZOL Ragnar players as they feast on Alakami Org 13-11, a 2-1 victory para sa ZOL Ragnar to start up Mineski VxV.
ZOL Ragnar became okay at the last few moments and let it rain with their Ragnaroks, opening it in a very, or finishing it in a very good fashion. Nakita naman natin no, yung lockdown at the exact moment. If they went into B, pwede silang mahuli doon na they're going to face itong Killjoy, pero 2 members is ready around the heaven para mabantayan sila around city, para if ever na gusto man nila mag-rotate going to spawn or going to the short tunnels going to B, pwede nilang mailaro yung play na yon. Pero dahil nga they had a hard time going for the decision, opted for a plant since wala talaga silang information. It was just ZOL Ragnar finishing it really well.
You just gotta respect the grind para sa Alakami Org. They started off with honestly a pretty lackluster breeze game dun sa ating first game.
Yeah.
Pero talagang natanggal ang ating first impression natin sa kanila pagdating doon sa Ascent, kung saan na-dominate pa nga nila yung ZOL Ragnar 13-0, and that's something that they